What do all of the flags in Formula 1 mean? Formula 1 alone can be a confusing sport to understand, and with the addition of tons of different flags, it can get complicated. So strap yourselves in and let's learn all there is to know about Formula 1 flags. Red flag, the most hated flag in Formula 1. This means that the session has been suspended due to an immediate danger to drivers or spectators. Drivers must immediately reduce their pace and make their way back into the pit lane. Red flags usually appear when there has been a major crash and a car must be removed from the track. Red flags can also appear when the weather is extreme. This delay can be infinite and it's up to the race directors to decide when it's safe for drivers to go racing again. When it's time to go racing again, there are two scenarios that determine how the race will resume. 1, behind a safety car, or 2, a standing start, as if they were starting the race for the first time. Yellow flag. Yellow flags tell the drivers that there are hazards ahead. This could be a car that has gone into a barrier, debris on the track, or there is a slow car ahead. Once the yellow flag is waved, the driver must reduce their speed and no overtaking is permitted unless permission has been granted by race directors. Yellow flags are usually followed by a safety car to help bunch the cars up while the hazards are being removed from the track. How the yellow flags appear can help the drivers determine the seriousness of the hazard ahead. There are two types of yellow flags, single waved and double waved yellow flags. A single waved flag indicates there is a hazard and they must slow down. A double waved yellow flag indicates to the driver that they must slow down immediately and be prepared to stop or even change direction. This is commonly seen in street circuits like Monaco and Azerbaijan, where a car can block large parts of the track, leaving little or no room for other cars to get past. If a double waved yellow flag appears during a practice or qualifying, then their lap time will be deleted to prevent drivers from taking advantage of faster sections of the lap. Green flags, the most beloved flag in Formula 1. This indicates that racing can resume and normal racing conditions apply. Overtaking is now permitted. A green flag usually appears after a yellow flag to inform the driver that a hazard has been removed and you may now continue racing. However, after a safety car, a green flag is shown, but the lead racer is allowed to determine when to put his foot down and resume racing. But this can only be done after the lead driver has passed the safety car line, a line located just before the pit lane line. There is no overtaking permitted before this line. Blue flags. A blue flag is waved to inform a driver that they are about to be lapped and to allow the car behind to overtake. They must give way to allow the car behind to pass safely. Failing to allow a driver to pass can result in a warning. Team radios are usually very active before and during a blue flag. They help the driver determine how and when to allow the driver behind to overtake. This is to maximize safety while maintaining a fast pace. DRS can also be used from the overtaking car to help them pass more efficiently. Yellow and red striped flags. A yellow and red striped flag is to warn a driver the track is slippery. The most common cause of a slippery track is due to water or oil. When the flag is rocked from left to right, this tells the driver that there is an animal on the track, something that is becoming very common in Formula 1 today. An example of this is when a groundhog decided to take a stroll through the Canadian Grand Prix in 2022, resulting in a hilarious radio chat and a yellow and red striped flag being waved. Black flag with an orange circle. A black flag with an orange circle is commonly known as the meatball. This informs the driver that there is a mechanical fault with their car and they must immediately return to the pit lane. Sometimes the drivers may be very close to each other, so this flag can be waved with the driver's number shown to indicate to the specific driver that the fault is theirs. Usually the driver is aware of the fault, whether it's a mechanical or even a physical fault, such as a loose car component. The FIA will determine whether the fault can cause serious harm to either the driver or spectators. If it does, then a black and orange flag is shown. A black and white flag. A black and white flag is diagonally split to warn drivers of unsportsmanlike behaviour that could lead to a penalty. This is similar to a yellow card in football. It's a warning, but not bad enough to result in punishment. A black and white flag is commonly seen when a driver exceeds track limits 3 times. This is to warn the driver that if they do it one more time, they will receive a time penalty that could seriously affect their race. Black flag. The black flag is a flag that every F1 driver fears. This means the driver has been disqualified and must return to the pits immediately. It is usually shown for unsafe behaviour. An example of this is during the 1969 Canadian Grand Prix when Al Pease was shown a black flag for driving too slowly. He was on lap 22 while the lead cars were all on lap 46. The stewards finally showed him a black flag and he returned to the pits immediately. It is very rare to see a black flag, so at least you know what it means if it does ever appear again. White flag. A white flag is used to warn drivers of slow moving vehicles such as a crane or other miscellaneous vehicles. White flags are also shown at the end of practice on the final corner to warn drivers that there are other drivers practicing their race starts. Checkered flag. And finally, we have the checkered flag. This is probably the most commonly known flag in Formula 1. This is to indicate that the race has come to an end. It is also used at the end of qualifying and practice sessions to inform the drivers that they cannot start a new lap. They are, however, allowed to finish a lap that they have already begun before the checkered flag. And there we have it, all 10 flags used in Formula 1 and what they mean. Now, do you think the flags are the best way to communicate to drivers? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more content like this.